Hello, and welcome to my channel. Details of Queen Elizabeth II will. Harry can't believe it. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the latest news about the royal family. The Queen had an impressive portfolio of wealth, in addition to the substantial funds she received from British taxpayers. This wealth was difficult to estimate, as it included not only investments but also private gifts and property inherited over generations. Her wealthy lifestyle was well known throughout the country, with her sprawling estates, luxurious holidays, and lavish events often making headlines. Over time, this private fortune increased exponentially. It is estimated that her total net worth rose by hundreds of millions of pounds during her reign alone. Now that King Charles II has taken up the throne, many are still curious about his own personal wealth and speculate whether he will accumulate a similar amount of riches during his lifetime. The Queen's private wealth is unclear, however many have made estimates about it. Her estimated net worth in 2011 was £325 million, according to Forbes. The Bloomberg Billionaires Index later estimated it to be £275 million in 2015. The Crown is additionally lawfully tax-exempt. It is rumored that the royals voluntarily pay tax. Also, an amount is voluntarily paid in place of the inheritance tax that her subjects are required by law to pay. It's safe to predict that certain people will become much richer as a result of the Queen's departure. The Queen's family and lawyers will now be in charge of deciding how to divide up her personal riches while she is still alive. However, because of tradition, some aspects of royal inheritance are well recognized. Prince William will be the next heir to the Duchy of Cornwall, a private estate that has historically belonged to the monarch's first son and now first child, if King Charles II ascends to the throne. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thanks. It was established in 1337 and now controls 135,000 acres of property in England. It generates roughly £20 million in private income a year. Like the Queen Mother's, the Queen's will is likely to be made public on the royal family website. The Queen Mother's will was made public on royal.uk in May 2002. It stated, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, has left the Queen her whole estate, primarily the furnishings of her homes. She requested in her will that the Queen leave specific gifts to members of her staff, and as is customary, these gifts will be subject to inheritance tax. Monet, Nash, and Carl Fabergé pieces of art that belonged to the Queen Mother were given to the royal collection. Also, the post on the royal website described numerous actions taken by royals. It was confirmed that King Charles II will relocate there and make Clarence House his home. The Queen Mother left the family use of Birk Hall, a private home on the Balmoral estate. The Guardian previously claimed that the Queen was able to conceal her wealth by successfully lobbying the government to modify a statute. The sources stated that lawyers for the Queen put pressure on the government to prevent the disclosure of her shareholdings. In response, Buckingham Palace. Queen's consent is a parliamentary procedure, and the function of the sovereign is essentially ceremonial, it stated. The King always gives consent when the government asks for it. Any claim that the sovereign has obstructed legislation is untrue. In cases where decisions would impact Crown interests, such as private property and the interests of the Queen, Parliament makes the call as to whether the Queen's approval is necessary without consulting the royal household. Draft legislation is customarily submitted to the sovereign for approval if authorization is needed, purely on the recommendation of ministers and as a part of public record. Thank you for watching to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it. And also write your opinion in the comments. It will be very interesting for me to read them. I hope your day will be wonderful.